How is shared fault viewed in different no-fault and tort states? Have you ever wondered how shared fault impacts car accidents and insurance claims? Understanding this can be key to navigating the often confusing world of auto insurance. Shared fault occurs when more than one party is responsible for a car accident. How this is handled varies widely between no-fault and tort states, reflecting different legal approaches to compensation and liability. In tort states, the focus is on determining who is at fault. Here, shared fault is typically managed through comparative negligence or contributory negligence rules. Comparative negligence is the most common approach. It assigns a percentage of fault to each party involved in the accident. For example, if one driver is found to be 30% at fault, their compensation will be reduced by that same 30%. There are two main types of comparative negligence. Pure comparative negligence allows a driver to recover damages even if they are mostly at fault. Their compensation is simply reduced by their percentage of fault. Modified comparative negligence, on the other hand, bars recovery if a party's fault reaches a certain threshold, usually 50% or 51%. If a driver is equally or more at fault than the other party, they cannot recover damages. Contributory negligence is a stricter rule and is only found in a few states. Under this rule, if a party is even 1% at fault, they are completely barred from recovering any damages. This can be quite harsh for those involved in accidents. Now, in no-fault states, the situation is a bit different. Here, each driver's own insurance covers their damages regardless of who caused the accident. This means that shared fault is less relevant for immediate compensation. Each party's personal injury protection insurance pays for their losses up to a certain limit. However, if injuries are severe or if someone wants to sue for additional damages, shared fault can come into play. In such cases, fault allocation rules similar to those in tort states may apply. From the perspective of car insurance, understanding how shared fault is treated is important. It affects claims handling, as insurers in tort states need to evaluate fault percentages carefully to determine payouts. Shared fault can also influence insurance premiums, since being partially at fault may lead to higher rates. Additionally, drivers may need legal advice to navigate fault disputes, especially in states with modified comparative or contributory negligence. During settlement negotiations, insurance adjusters assign fault percentages that directly impact compensation. This makes clear evidence and documentation essential. In summary, shared fault is viewed differently across no-fault and tort states. In tort states, fault allocation defines how damages are divided. In no-fault states, shared fault plays a smaller role in initial compensation but can be relevant for lawsuits beyond no-fault coverage limits. Understanding these distinctions can shape claim outcomes and financial responsibilities for drivers.